Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Jim Alexander, The State of Southern California Sports, 2025 ranking the most relevant teams. The names at the top of our annual State of Southern California Sports rankings don't tend to change much. Although, if the few respondents to my request for input a couple of weeks ago are any indication, the gap toward the top is widening, and that shouldn't be surprising. But have we said this before? We have a deep bench here, in the second largest metropolitan region in the United States, more than 18.3 million population over Ventura, LA, Orange, San Bernardino, and Riverside counties as of 2023, and undisputably the most diverse sports market in North America. The list of teams representing SoCal has lengthened over the years, and this doesn't even take into account the sports culture bubbling under the surface of the major league franchises and major college programs surveyed here. The criteria, as we've stated before, goes back to 2005 when we first began this yearly feature for the press enterprise. The ranking involves a combination of competitive success, historic importance in the market, interest level and, not insignificantly, fan passion. One measuring stick: if a team wins a championship, how big is the crowd at the parade? That should help explain the very top of the 2025 list. 1. Dodgers, last year won. It is hard to think of a team that followed such a successful October with an even more impactful offseason. And it is easy to forget now that as the 2024 postseason began, Dodger fans were working through their own form of PTSD after first-round flameouts the previous 2 years. The margin between winning and misery, Pat Riley's old line, is that thin. Yet when I asked in the column a couple of weeks ago for responses to the question of which team was truly number one in this market, and the sentiment among those who wrote was unanimous, this passage from Jeff Teal of Los Alamitos probably summed them all up: it's no contest. Only the Dodgers fans proudly wear their gear 12 months of the year, have a Pantone color all their own, fly their Dodger flags in season and off-season. You don't see much Laker gear or flags in July or August, but I see Dodgers hats and clothes 365 days a year. 2. Lakers, last year too. Laker fans, your turn to respond if you wish, although I would imagine that the vast majority of fans in this market fervently root for both. And both organizations have this in their DNA: star quality matters a lot. The Luka Doncic trade with Dallas was a shock because no one dreamed Doncic would be available. But consider, the top 4 scorers in NBA history and 6 of the first 11 all wore Laker uniforms at some point: LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Karl Malone and Kobe Bryant in the top 4, Wilt Chamberlain at number 7 and Shaquille O'Neal at number 11. Bryant was acquired in a draft night trade and the others were all free agents or acquired in trade. What the Lakers want, they often get. 3. Rams, last year 3. The Rams have been back for nearly a decade, still reassembling a fan base after 21 years away from the market but building on a vibrant LA history. And general manager Les Snead and coach Sean McVay have prioritized the present. The result: an 80-52 regular season record and 4 division titles in McVay's 8 seasons, along with 1 Lombardi Trophy. 4. Tie, UCLA and USC women's basketball, last year tied at number 6. All these years, as women's basketball has grown as a sport and a spectator attraction, its power centers were in the hinterlands: Storrs, Connecticut, Knoxville, Tennessee, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Columbia, South Carolina, and Iowa City, Iowa. Now the epicenter is Los Angeles, and that can't possibly be bad for the sport. 2 dynamic programs 12 miles apart, and 2 coaches in Corey Close and Lindsey Gottlieb who are rivals on the sidelines but have worked together to promote their teams and their sport. And if you don't already have tickets for the team's rematch at Pauley Pavilion on March 1st, you're too late. It was sold out a week ago. 6. Galaxy, last year 16. This is a resurrection story. Since 2014, when the Galaxy won their third MLS Cup in 4 seasons and fifth overall, the franchise seemed to have lost its way and was overtaken by the new franchise in town, LAFC. El Tráfico always has been a fair fight, but after winning Cup number 6 in December, the legacy franchise in Carson again has a leg up on the upstarts from downtown. 7. Chargers, last year 9, the Chargers are gaining market share, and under Jim Harbaugh there does seem to be a new attitude and approach. But a first-round departure in the playoffs brought back some old demons. Charging is still a real thing until the team proves otherwise. 8. Clippers, last year 4, the Intuit Dome is impressive, and the Clippers have assembled a quietly capable roster. But they need to do some damage in the playoffs, and that could also be interpreted as Kawhi Leonard staying healthy through the postseason, which is never a sure thing. LaMelo Ball, Mark Williams headline Hornets injury report before facing Lakers. The Charlotte Hornets, grappling with significant injuries, are preparing for a pivotal clash against the Los Angeles Lakers. The matchup is underscored by the recent drama surrounding Mark Williams, whose trade to the Lakers was rescinded after he failed a physical examination. This incident has put Williams in the spotlight as he rejoins the Hornets under complex circumstances. Williams, who has faced numerous injuries that have limited him to 84 games out of a potential 212 over 3 seasons, was initially part of a trade package that included rookie Dalton Knecht and Cam Reddish heading to Charlotte. However, the deal fell through when Williams did not pass the Lakers' physical, prompting his return to the Hornets. "We have always held great respect for Mark's talent, work ethic, and character," the Hornets wrote in a statement. "We are thrilled to see him rejoin our roster as a dynamic presence at the starting center position. His return strengthens our team, and we look forward to the impact he will make on and off the court." Alongside the saga with Williams, the Hornets are dealing with a series of injuries that could impact their performance against the Lakers. Key player LaMelo Ball, who boasts averages of 27.3 points, 7.2 assists, and 5.1 rebounds, is probable with right ankle soreness. Charlotte has gone 1-18 this season when he's not in the lineup. Charlotte remains without several key players due to injury. Trey Mann is sidelined due to a disc herniation, Brandon Miller is recovering from right wrist ligament repair, Josh Okogie will miss the game with a left hamstring strain, and Grant Williams is out for the season following a right ACL repair. Williams, averaging 15.6 points, 9.6 rebounds, and 2.5 assists this season, is a welcome boost for the Hornets, who need all the help they can get to improve their defense and rebounding. He'll have the opportunity to show the Lakers why they should have continued with the trade. Meanwhile, the Lakers have been finding their form, winning 11 of their last 13 games despite significant roster changes. The addition of Luka Doncic has invigorated the team, providing a new dynamic alongside LeBron James, who remains on the injury report after resting during the All-Star festivities. James is questionable due to left foot soreness. To add a caliber player like that, a generational talent like that, to our franchise, it's something that's given me energy, James said before the NBA All-Star Game. "I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do. We only had 2 games so far, and I believe he's been on a minutes restriction since he came back from the calf. As he continues to get in form, I think we could be really good going down the stretch. But we'll see what happens." As the Lakers continue to integrate their new star and adjust their lineup, this game against the Hornets presents an opportunity to solidify their strategies and maintain their upward trajectory in the league standings. Doncic will be playing his first game since the trade without a minutes restriction after averaging 23.5 minutes in his first 2 games. Lakers injury report, LeBron James questionable vs. Hornets. The Los Angeles Lakers have released their injury report for their first game back from All-Star Weekend, a makeup game against the Charlotte Hornets that was postponed due to the Southern California wildfires. Most notable is that superstar LeBron James, left foot soreness, is listed as questionable. He played in the Lakers' final game prior to the All-Star break against the Utah Jazz, but LeBron would not participate in the All-Star game itself, sitting out due to the ongoing discomfort in that foot. J.J. Redick spoke about James after practice on Tuesday and discussed what the situation is with his foot. "It's something that we managed all year. It was sore over the weekend," Redick said. "He was able to do most of practice today. But like it's been all year, it's a day-to-day thing. That's something we've had to manage and will continue to manage the rest of the year." Elsewhere, Luka Doncic, left calf strain, Dorian Finney-Smith, left ankle soreness, and Gabe Vincent, left knee soreness, are all off the injury report, signaling they are good to go. Of course, Doncic has only recently returned from that calf strain he suffered on Christmas Day that kept him out for over a month. Since returning on the Lakers, Doncic has been on a minutes restriction and the franchise will continue to be careful in working him back in, although Redick revealed that his restriction will be lifted moving forward. Both Finney-Smith and Vincent sat out the Lakers' last game against the Jazz, and their energy off the bench was sorely missed in the loss. Finney-Smith is already one of the most trusted role players on the team and fits in any lineup, especially with his defensive versatility and three-point shooting. Vincent, meanwhile, is finally looking like the player who shined when he was with the Miami Heat, and has been enjoying by far his best stretch of basketball since joining the Lakers. The Lakers' schedule is not easy coming out of the All-Star break, as they will start off with a back-to-back, traveling to Portland to face the Trail Blazers on Thursday. They will then head to Denver for a third game in 4 nights with the Nuggets on Saturday. Whether this plays a factor in how the Lakers handle these players remains to be seen, but it's reasonable to think that some will not play in all 3 games. Luka Doncic already impressed by Lakers front office attempted moves. The Lakers' trade for Luka Doncic was one that shocked the basketball world, but it also left the team with a big hole at center. The front office immediately looked to fix that with a trade for Mark Williams, but the Hornets' big man failed a physical and the trade was rescinded. But the quickness with which Rob Pelinka and the Lakers' front office moved to get a big man that fit with what Doncic likes in a center really stood out to the guard. Doncic and his camp were reportedly impressed with the Lakers' front office as they understood a big addition was more likely to come in the offseason. And are you a fan? What do you think about LeBron James' injury? Leave your opinion in the comments.